In order to make this video, I asked for consultation with a tattoo artist that's been doing this, who's been mastering his tattoo skills for even more than I lived in total, so for more than 20 years. And myself, I've been an artist for a bit over a year, but that was enough for me to notice something that I'm going to tell you today. And I'm going to give you reasons why you should not become a tattoo artist in 2025. So I wrote down some reasons for you today. Do not forget any of them and make this video as helpful as possible for you. In order to be a tattoo artist in many countries, you don't even need any sort of license for that. But in Korea, in China, you'll need to also have a medical education for that. You need to go through basics of a nurse. In Japan, it had the same system, but now it's stopped. Not so long ago, I think maybe less than 6 months ago, less than half a year ago, they changed this. And now even in Japan, you can work as a tattoo artist without any license. And in Russia, you literally need nothing in order to start working, only tattoo machine, and there is no legal consequence for doing this, for doing the job wrong, for doing the job bad. So it's quite easy to become a tattoo artist. If that's what you're wondering, it's super easy. But we're going to discuss why you shouldn't do that, even though it seems easy at first. First thing I'm going to say is that people who are saying that you don't need to know how to draw in order to become a tattoo artist are straight lying to you. If you don't have your unique style, if you don't know the basics of drawing, if you can't change the design client wants, if you can't make the design itself, you're going to make a super little amount of money, because what values right now in the art industry it's your unique style and the fact that you're making it better than everyone else. So the artists, they have a much bigger advantage in that industry because their hands are already stable enough, because they know some bases, the academics of art. They know how to do what the client has in mind. If you don't know how to do it, if you don't have an iPad with already bought with already paid Procreate, if you never hold a pen in your life, or you never create something yourself, you don't have your unique style, don't even try to get into the industry because it's extremely saturated. There is a lot of people already who are mediocre. There are already mediocre people in the industry, and if you have nothing that can make you different from others, you will flop and you'll spend more money on education, and you won't even recoup your investment on that education. So please be conscious, be truthful to yourself about your abilities, about your defects, about your advantage and disadvantage, and before jumping into this industry thinking that it's quite easy, judge yourself honestly and see how it will go for you. Make an assumption. People, their regular client, he doesn't really know the difference between good and bad, and so most of the time he will choose the one that's cheaper. I myself, I have around 18 tattoos right now, and most of them I did when I was 18, and I paid actually quite a good price for that, so I thought that it will mean that I will get good tattoos. No, I got the worst tattoos possible, and this very day I feel sorry about some of them that I got them. I know they're bad quality, but I didn't know that they were bad quality until I started working myself. And now I see defects in other people's tattoos. I see defects in my tattoos very well, which sometimes I wish I was oblivious to. Some of the little details that you notice as an artist, that you know are making your work better than everyone, most of the clients, they will not understand that. And in order to set your prices higher, you'll need to be clear and to know how to showcase why your product, your skills are much better than anyone else. You'll need to have not only hard skills as the tattooing process itself, as drawing, tattooing, but also a lot of soft skills, tons of them. You'll have to know how to be good at advertisement. You'll have to act not only as a tattoo artist, but as a best friend, as a free therapist sometimes. And since the sessions, the are taking a lot of hours. Like the fastest and the littlest tattoo I ever did took 2 hours, and the longest we took 3 days, 12 hours every day. Okay, it was at the beginning, so my speed was slower than I do now. So now I could make these tattoos in 1 day with 12 hours. And then I spent that much, and all this time you'll have to somehow entertain the client, you'll have to talk with them, you'll have to care about them, really care. If you don't have this empathy in you, I suggest you to not go into this industry, because it requires a lot of attention to the client, because it can eat I'm sorry, eat client. The client sometimes can faint, and you need to know what to do in such situations, and you also need to catch the first glimpse of the fact that something is going wrong. If the person is feeling unwell, you need to know when to take breaks, when to offer some sweets, some water. You'll have to be prepared for all kind of unexpected situation, and that is making the next point in my list. You'll have to have a huge stress resistance for this job. It gives you an immense amount of responsibilities. You have responsibilities for the health of a client, for um, for making everything safe, sterilized, not dangerous, not infect any client, to make the good job. In tattooing, you have no room for mistakes. When you make the line, it will stay in this person's body forever. And this responsibility might sometimes feel oppressing on your shoulders, especially when you're only starting and you are not sure about your skills. You don't know what can you make. I remember very good my first tattoo session. It was done on my friend, who, thank you very much, agreed to be my first client, but I was nervous to the peak. So an unprepared mind can be not ready for a huge amount of responsibilities. He might not understand what to do in extreme situation when something went wrong, because no matter how hard you'll try, something will went wrong, and you'll need to be sure that you're not going to break down in such situations, and you're going to guide this situation, because the client sorry for repeating myself, in this situation, the client, you're guiding him, you're taking the more dominant position, because you're a pro. Even though if you're on the start, the client will see you as a pro. He doesn't know what to do. He will do what you say to him. You'll have to say him how to lay down, how to breathe, how to take care of the tattoo afterwards. I started working in a tattoo studio where I also got my education from, and I suppose this was the best option possible, because I was near people who already spent some time teaching others, so they were open to give me more advices even if after I ended my education there. At first, the group of people we had, it was really supportive, and when a problem occurred, I could always ask them for help. But then suddenly, as more and more I went through making tattoos in my own style, I started meeting with bullying from the male teacher in our studio. I got bullied for being a feminist, even though I never actually discussed it in tattoo studio. He followed me on Instagram. He saw my story about one book about feminism that I was reading. He started bullying me for that. He started bullying me for my art style. He started it happened not only with me but with other girls, always girls, never men, in the studio as well. He was sometimes telling the clients of mine, clients, the clients of other girls, that they should not get this tattoo, that they will feel sorry about this decision in a few years. So the next point I'm trying to tell you right now, that you'll probably also get bullied from older generation of artists, and they will have hate and resentment towards you and your new style and new ways of tattooing, because it's hard for them to accept that there is something new that's happening for them. Traditional or neo-traditional style in tattoo is, or no, not neo-traditional, traditional and old school. This is a real tattooing, and there is nothing after that. So this is the end. So in the world, if you're not doing that, you suck. and they will tell you about it. For me, I'd never was in such situation or present when I have someone who's taking higher position than me in studio, and who's allowing himself to act this way, to somehow impress me, to mess with my work, to do some demeaning comments about me and my work and style and my clients, which for some time made me want to stop doing tattoos at all, because it was super stressful. I definitely was not ready for this situation. I have never was in such situation before, but somehow now it's better. I tried to talk with him for a few times. He didn't understand what was the reason. He said like, "But I'm just trying to make jokes," and now I'm just trying to ignore him. Now we're just ignoring each other. You won't be able to recoup your investment that you spent on education fast enough. That is fast enough. I'm saying that in 1 year it's probably not going to happen. It will be your responsibility how hard you work and stuff like that, but in general I would say that this is not the best investment in yourself you could make, because in order to be a good tattoo artist, successful tattoo artist, you also have to invest a lot of in your skill as a marketing genius, a lot of in actually in advertisement as well. So better to prepare yourself that you will not see your money back anytime soon, and that you'll need to invest in some other hard skills as well. I'm not sure you can invest in soft skills, but maybe you can. Maybe there is a way. It's a physically very exhausting job that ruins your vision, ruins your posture. You will spend a lot of time sitting down in such position, trying to make everything perfect. It's a job where you sacrifice your physical, and the artist that makes living out of it, they work for many hours every fucking day. They don't have time to make more gym, take more walks. The next point will also come from this point that in tattoo studios almost everyone smokes, almost everyone drinks energy drinks, and you're probably going to start too, even if you didn't do it before, because society pressure. You'd like to take a break as well. You'd like to go breathe some fresh air as well as others, because it's such an exhausting job that you do for many hours, and everyone's smoking. You start smoking too. I stopped smoking when I was like 18. Now I'm 21, and I started and I'm already smoking for 1 year because I became a tattoo artist. And at first I only smoked at work. Now I smoke everywhere. At first I only smoked cigarettes because I heard that electronic cigarettes are much more dangerous for your health. But now I even sleep with it, so I could lose. I go to toilet with it. She's with me to 24/7. And I think it's the fault of tattoo studio. But with energy drinks, I stopped taking them because I care about my heart. I'm saving my heart for cocaine, not for energy drinks. It's a joke. I don't do either. And I stopped because it only creates an illusion of you having more power. And okay, maybe for 12 hours session you'll have to drink few of them, but the next you will sleep for next 2 days. So it's not worth it. Even though the profession calls tattoo artist, people will treat you as a commodity, as a waitress or nail technician. I'm not sure how you call it in English, or massager, message person. They will not appreciate your work as an artist. They will await you to act perfectly and to act as you're a little below them, and that your goal is to make them happy. Which is true, of course, it's true. Your goal is to make a beautiful piece of art and make them happy, but they forget the part about making a beautiful piece of art. And I think it's a profession that gets a bit undervalued. And this is a great reason to not become a tattoo artist in 2025. Okay, that's probably it. But still, I think the main reason is that fashion for tattoos, especially in women, is slowly going down, in my opinion. And now it's the rise of people deleting their tattoos. Now it's clean girl aesthetic and stuff like that, or old money, quiet luxury aesthetic. People are getting rid of their tattoos, but tattoo artists, they're becoming more and more every day. This industry is extremely saturated. In a tattoo studio where I work every month, at least 5 students are being released, and that's considering that's one of many tattoo schools in Russia, in Moscow. There are tons of them. The amount of people is horrendous. If you know for sure that what you do, your art skills are a huge advantage, and you know that you can stand out in a crowd, okay, try it for your risk. But if your skills aren't extremely, if your art style is not unique, better not spend your time on it. There are many other professions you could try, and I think you would just lose your time on tattooing. So thank you very much for watching this video today. Bye bye. See you on Saturday.